Somebody said to me like weeks ago at Dewdrop and that women have so much power, but they give it away. And he explained it to me that men will rise to the occasion of a woman that holds standards. And I was like, that's right. Shira, we got the power. And I was like, wait a minute. So what you're saying is you know that you could do better, but you need me to tell you that shit first?
Yes.
Or you won't do better?
Yes.
I do not want that power.
I've heard that
so many
times.
I do not want that power. You grow the fuck up so I don't have to waste energy getting you to this level of standard so we can grow together. Why am I taking a job at a place that I'm overqualified for because I got the power to be a good manager at CVS?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you telling me that? You're saying you relinquish all responsibility to be the human you know you're gonna be when mama come home and see them dishes. Then I'm gonna do it. When I hear her key in the door, we're gonna wash these dishes. Why don't you fucking do it?
So a lot of our motivation when we're younger is externally based, right? And the
Our humans, or like who you're talking about, just all humans?
humans. So,
yes,
and it's the
yes.
parents' job to
Sure.
instill that to where the motivation can be from the inside out.
Yes.
Got it.
Sometimes, depending on the emotionally the emotional development, certain parts are still external
Yeah.
that didn't necessarily make it on the inside. And so through time, if you're a man being raised by a single mom, this is something really hard for you to grasp because so much of your adoration and acceptance is based on like this internal thing. Dads, when they're present, generally force you, no, you get that shit on the inside.
That's true.
You get it on the fucking inside and then you get it out. But
Wow.
the single mom type thing, it's still like that acknowledgement, that like gold star from outside in. Oh, the dishes are dirty, you need to get that done. I would sit at home when I was a little kid and wait until to hear the door open to start moving shit around. Pop ain't going for that. He knows that you fucking around. He knows that you should have done that shit before you came in the month, before as soon as you got home.
Don't make me ask you again.
So sometimes what ends up happening with dudes is some of that motivation is external. And I think a part of when you meet a dude and that's where they are, making sure that they're clear on what that relationship is and how they manage that and how they at least own it to a point to recognize that it's there so that they can start doing find a way to make that shit internal. I can't be your mama. I just can't. Now, you got all of these other qualities, but if you're not willing to own that piece of your shit, then, but we're all coming to the table with some form of that kind of thing that we're asking somebody else to kind of like,
Please pour into me because I'm empty. is
You
what you're always
just,
saying,
but
right?
you just hit
Yeah.
the nail on something that I kind of in my head have just coined single mama syndrome.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I love men who come from single mom households. I just thought back to the men in my life right now. All of them come from single mom households, and all of them have that same exact problem. All of them would get away with what they could get away with until I was like, God damn it, I said stop fucking doing this shit, right? And that's a thing that at least I'm gonna talk for myself, I never considered until you just said it out your mouth just now.
and a part of me owning some of that is the path I take to my desires changing. Because a lot of the path that I took was a result of that single mom shit.
Yeah.
And so I had to instill a sense of commitment and discipline in all of these areas, which for me is framing my desires, being clear, creating boundaries within myself, doing things that I don't want to do because it's the right thing to do, not separating my feelings from the task at hand, and then figuring out how I can work within that so that I can disrupt some of these patterns that had been going on from my childhood that wasn't necessarily serving me.